Life After Death. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
I love a good story of someone coming back to life. Classics include Walter Williams, who was pronounced dead and then, while on his way to the funeral home, was seen kicking his way out of his body bag, or Ali Abdel Rahim Mohammed, who woke up in a mortuary freezer after he collapsed while swimming. Or worse, in 2007, Carlos Camejo was reported dead after a car crash. He was taken to the morgue and medical staff only realized that Mr. Camejo was still alive when they cut into his face to start an autopsy. In unbearable pain, he woke up. His wife went to the morgue expecting to identify his body and found him waiting for her in the corridor alive. But my favorite story is probably the one of Li Zufang, affectionately called the Zombie Gran. In 2012, Chen Kui-Wang, who was 60 years old, would come every day to bring his 95-year-old neighbor, Li Zufang, breakfast. Zufang had tripped and suffered a head injury at her home in China's Guangxi province about 2 weeks before, and Chen was being extra vigilant when he would check in on her. That day, Chen found Zufang motionless and not breathing. When he couldn't wake her up, he assumed that she had passed away in her sleep. No matter how hard I pushed her and called her name, she had no reactions, Chen said. I felt something was wrong, so I tried her breath, and she is gone, but her body is still not cold. Because Zufang lived alone, Chen and his son made preparations for her funeral, which included keeping the coffin in the house for several days for friends and relatives to pay their last respects. Zufang was laid in her coffin on February 19th, 2 days after she was discovered. However, due to some feeling, Chen chose not to nail the coffin shut ahead of the burial on February 24th, as he would usually do. The day before the funeral, Chen went to check on Zufang's body to find the coffin completely empty. Let's take a break.
Hi, I'm Britt.
And my name is Alyssa.
And we are the hosts of Skeletales,
a podcast that tries to answer the age-old question of, is my dead grandma watching me?
We tell first-person stories about the paranormal, supernatural, strange, and spooky.
But don't worry, we keep it totally light.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Jesus, Britt. Join us once a week as we laugh, gasp, and get goosebumps. Hunt y'all later.
Before we get started, I just wanted to mention our Patreon, patreon.com/ghosttownpod. I'm sorry.
We were so terrified and immediately asked the neighbors to come for help, said Chen, again after seeing this coffin, went back into his neighbor's home. Coffin opened, no body inside. He looked everywhere for Zufang. Freaked out, he went to his neighbors. Soon the whole village was searching for the missing body of a 95-year-old woman. After a while, after not finding her, they went back to Zufang's house completely defeated. When they got there, they were stunned. Zufang was just sitting on a stool in her kitchen, making a snack. She reportedly told villagers, I slept for a long time. After waking up, I felt so hungry and wanted to cook something to eat. I pushed the lid for a long time to climb out. Unbelievable. A county hospital reportedly believes Zufang suffered an artificial death during which a person stops the appearance of breathing and the body remains warm. A doctor at the same hospital was quoted as saying, thanks to the local tradition of parking the coffin in the house for several days, she could be saved. But there's another Chinese tradition that's not so great, at least for Zufang. According to the village's tradition, after a person dies, all their belongings must be burnt. So while this woman lives, 95 years old, in pretty good health, most of her stuff is gone. But I mean, after that kind of scare, how much stuff do you really need? Being alive probably feels pretty good.
I mean, buy her some new stuff. She's earned it.
What do you think she was making as her snack, though?
Probably Hot Pockets, but not the diet ones. The regular ones. She's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to get the fully loaded Hot Pockets.